I'm Janet, and I had showed you earlier in videos how to make your own silhouette dies out of acrylic plexiglass, cutting it out with a scroll saw. And now, my first attempts, I had gone too fast with my saw blade, and I was brand new at it, and I'm going to show you how rough it can look. This is pretty rough. But now, with more practice, I got smoother, and I learned you really do just need to take your time, and you can almost, like, perfect it. And so, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and St. Patrick's Day is my birthday, so I think that, we can use this one as our first try, and I'm going to go with a low dome. I'm not going to do multiple passes on video. We'll do one pass on a video with a 95 durometer, so we get a good crisp edge, and we're going to see how the edges hold up where the corners come in, and we're also going to see what happens with the stem here. And don't expect a high puff. That would be, I would have to take it off, re-anneal it, and then put it back through after lining it up. Probably 2 or 3 times to get a good high puff, which would be cool. But like right now, we just want to see what it does with the 95. So we're going to stack it inside of the Kevin Potter urethane contain kit. And you have your container, you have your 95 durometer urethane, and then if you wanted to get higher puff and less crisp edges, you have your other urethane, 75 durometer and 60 durometer. I'm going to go with 95 for a crisp edge. And we want to put our metal as annealed copper. And I get mine from a guy who does sheet metal artwork and gutters. And he gives me a scrap for trade for art, which is pretty awesome. And you kind of just look and you pick your favorite side of your die, whichever one is the least, I guess, warped or maybe distorted from the original intended design. And I did take a round chainsaw file and help with the edges of my leaves there to make it prettier. So there's that. I like that side down. I don't actually believe that this paper is going to affect anything at all. I don't think that that's going to hurt anything at all. I do know that people put Pam cooking spray on things to help the urethane move. I'm just going to tell you right now, somebody gifted this to me for my baby shower like over a year ago, and it's got talc in it, and they say not to use talc on babies anymore. Now use cornstarch based baby powders on children. So I have this talc, and I'm like, well, let's see. It's not gonna hurt anything, right? I don't have any Pam cooking spray because I use butter, because Paula Dean likes butter. But maybe, just maybe, this is not the worst use for talc. As long as you're not trying to breathe it, I'm sure you'll be fine, right? That's the goal, is to not breathe it. That was the whole reason why that was a problem. And I just didn't have the heart to throw the talc away. So we got our layers here, okay? And now, just to recheck, the copper is going to raise up into the die is the goal. And it's not going to raise up so high that we have to worry about it bottoming out, I don't think. It was annealed pretty good. But I don't actually think we're going to have a problem with worrying about anything other than making sure this is centered. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and raise it. And we'll see what happens with our handmade die here. I don't know why it's not getting any stiffer. Oh, here we go. One more, right? Let's see what happens. Hey, hubby, you think I should go one more? Yeah? Happy with it, one more. Okay, we'll call that good for now. Let's see what happens. We open this sucker up. Like I said, you want to anneal it and do several passes if you ever intend to make it nice and high dome. But for the purposes of getting it started, this is going to be fun. This is the reveal. Okay, and pull off our pusher here. Okay, so apparently there is a die stuck here. I probably should have went further with the pressure. We have no stem to show. I don't know if the talc powder was a good idea, but everything seems to be nice and soft. There's no stem though. Let's see if I damaged the die at all. The die's intact. Yeah, I didn't even bother to take the paper off. But see, it's still got package tape on it, so I figured it was slick. Yeah, nothing happened at all to the die, so I mean, I could technically probably try again to line it all up and push one more round. But for experiments, I just wanted you to see this actually, if the stem had shown up, that would be pretty cool if it was like buffed to a highlight and then patinaed on the inner edges. That could have been pretty awesome. And it is actually not horrible right now as it stands. Like, I might even just put this to the side and just do a new one to higher pressure to see what would happen and see if we can get that stem to show up. Well, anyways, thanks for tuning in, and that's the results so far. Have a great night, and come back and check us out again in the future, or subscribe to my channel, and Magic in the Metal. Thanks, bye.